was born in Izmir, Turkey, and has background in communication and linguistics. He specialized in customer experience after becoming a team lead in the same project. As a professional of customer experiences, he is looking to develop ways to increase customer satisfaction while using VR solutions. He believes in the end-user integration in the early steps of VR projects and is seeking ways to create better communication between the stakeholders. Welcome to the stage, Orkun, Ceylan.
So, good afternoon everyone. I hope after the lunch everybody has a bit more energy to go on with the presentations. Let me find the buttons first, sorry. Okay. Yeah. So, in 2018, the global market size for extended reality solutions was only around 27 billion American dollars. And by the end of 2025, it's expected to reach around 390 American dollars. So the growth is happening quite fast. I don't know what is it this one. I'm pressing it, but you want to try it? But sorry for that, but it doesn't work in my hand. Double. Okay. Yeah, no, I got it now. So in this slide, you will see the increase in the recruitment of AR and VR engineers between the years of 2018 and 19. So the growth is there, it's coming, and it is happening in various industries with gaming and entertainment leading the way. But there is also interest in other industries, such as education and training, healthcare and medication, retail and shopping, and also design and architecture. And this is the area that, as 3D Talo, we are specialized on. We are looking to resolve some of the biggest challenges of industrial design. And I would like to show already some of the companies that are using our solutions to help with their issues. And Design Space is the main tool that we are providing to our customers resolving those issues. Later on during my presentation, I will also mention about their feedback on our solutions. So today, I will firstly introduce the challenges of industrial planning and our approach to this, our solutions, and the added value that we bring to our customers. And while doing so, I will provide you the business case of Ponce, the partnership that we did with Ponce. What was their issue? How did we approach this issue? And in the end, how did they benefit from using our solutions? But before doing that, I would like to start with a question. How many of us have already used an AR or VR solution for business development purposes? Can I see some hands? Great, great, quite a few. So what I believe is that events like this and happenings like this is creating the necessary knowledge in the industry. So I want to thank you for creating this event for us, and it feels amazing to be here among these people creating the future together. So, what are the challenges of the industrial design? Managing, planning, and developing industrial factory sites has been a quite difficult task for project leaders. They are all the time looking for new ways to create competitive advantages. And no matter if you're a small scale or bigger scale business, you will always have deadlines to catch and a limited resources and limited budget to play around. Which means time equals money for many businesses. big production sites companies actually cannot afford long-term stoppages in their factory sites. So further development in factory planning is necessary to be documented, and we provide them the tool to create their planning once, and they can always come back to use it whenever they need further development. So how do we help our clients resolve these challenges? With our digital solutions, factory planning and industrial solutions. Either existing material 3D models that you already have for your factory sites, or if you don't have any material, we provide you the laser scanning services that will create the documentation, 3D modeling for you. And we transfer those models into the virtual reality environment so that you can increase your production efficiency. What are the benefits of our solutions? First of all, modification and making changes are easily planned using our tools. And project leaders can see all their different designers' work in one solution. So let's imagine if you have engineers, architects, and they are all using different software to design their factory sites. By using Design Space, you can bring them all together and have a bigger glance at your project. And this helps the project leaders avoid making mistakes, actually. It's not that they are not allowed to make any mistakes. They are still doing mistakes, but only in the virtual world. So they will fail virtually, but succeed in real life. And Design Space allows you to be in the factory site regardless of your current location. So whenever you want and whenever you need, you can have a look at your production line in the factory site using Design Space. And final benefit that I want to mention is that at the early stages of the planning, it's usually only the top management and that can provide feedback and make decisions based on that. By using Design Space, you can actually invite other engineers and your architects to the planning process and get concrete feedback for better results. So some examples of our solutions here. On the left side, you see a laser scanning station. Like I mentioned, if you already have some 3D models, you can use them with Design Space. But if you don't have any modeling for your factory sites, we provide you laser scanning option, and it's very cost effective. And in the end product is almost real, very close to real. And on the right side, you see the point cloud material. It's basically the same thing, but it's generally being used for larger scale projects like city plannings and rural area plannings. So how does our Design Space workflow go? Like I mentioned, you need a 3D model to work with. Either you have it already existing, or we can provide it to you with our services. You upload it to the Design Space, and our client, Design Space client, converts it to the virtual reality file types. Remember that at any point of the project, you can add new assets. So if you have a model already uploaded, and if there is a new machinery or a small table even coming to your production site, you can always add them during the project. And then you're ready to jump in the virtual reality environment. Explore, edit, and collaborate inside the virtual reality environment. The communication is the key here again. And when you're done with your planning, export it to for the future use of yours. Another solution that we provide, the digital factory twin. It's basically a replica of your manufacturing site. And it allows you to have a real-time vision of what's happening in your factory site. And we are providing that combined with IoT data and simulations. Using digital twin, it's so easy to detect the issues that are happening in real time in your factory site, even though you're not there physically. From another country, you can communicate with your team the issues on the production line. Sorry. So, Next, I would like to tell you about our business case with Ponce, where they used digital twin actually. So the main point, the main goal of the project was that they needed industrial layout for the extension that they are going to build next to their factory. So they already had their architecture material, they already had their machinery material in 3D formats, but like I mentioned, they were lacking a tool that would bring this material together at one place, so their decision makers and project leaders can actually create better decisions. So using design space, they brought factory models, workstations and all design placed together. Project leaders enjoyed this a lot as it made their job very easy and convenient. They saw how their stations fit, as you can see on the video, and how their production line would look all together at one bird view. And they were able to test their plans in design space and make the necessary adjustments so that there wasn't extra costs after the planning session. As you can see, when the plans were done, we have converted their 3D files into virtual reality environment files. Now you are seeing the desktop mode, of course. You can also jump in with your glasses inside this factory site. And here, I would like to show you the machineries. Ponce was using tracking tools on their robots when they are manufacturing new machineries. So it means that one robot is taking the machinery from the beginning to the end of the production line. So it was important for them to follow in what production line is the machinery at that very moment, and is their workstation working efficiently, and what are the physical status of the workstation, is there too much heating or are they using too much energy. Thanks to the IoT data and the simulations that we provide, they were able to see the big picture of their factory site, and they were very happy about the end product. But Ponce was not the only happy customer that we had, of course. Oh, it got stuck. Sorry for that. Can we try? Yeah, sorry. So, I will shortly mention about other customers and their feedback. You can also read here. In Yuntan case, we were involved in their product development projects. So they were creating this new machinery and they wanted to create a prototype, like a real-life mock-up. But by providing a virtual reality mock-up of their machinery, it costed 5 times less than what they were supposed to pay. So they were very happy about it. And with Normet, we had a similar project with Ponce. They needed an industrial layout for their factory site. The difference was that they didn't have the 3D models, 3D architect models already, so we provided them the laser scanning option, and it was much better than what they expected in the end. So, these were some of our customers, but there are also other tools that we use to keep them with us, to be creating some partnerships. So Design Space Multi-User, the collaboration tool that we have. Imagine 2 engineers working for the same company, but living in 2 different locations, let's say Brazil and Finland, and they are having meetings weekly, monthly, they have to make discussions. So our multi-user tool allows them to come together in whatever model they want. I mean, if they want to discuss about a factory site, they just upload it in the design space and they have it as a background so that they can make adaptations, make changes, and make further developments much easier. Again, the communication, the clear communication is the key here, so that after the planning session, there is no extra cost actually. And another reason why our customers are becoming our long-term partners is the service and maintenance options that we provide. So, if you have a factory site, you need a long-lasting tool that you can always go back and have a look. how your company, factory is doing at that very moment. And with Design Space, you already have it. But not only that, we are offering digital manual services that work with AR and IoT data, and it's basically a data bank of your 1,000 pages of manuals in your mobile device. So if you are working in a factory and you need to learn something about the tool, you use your mobile phone and get the necessary knowledge in your hands very easily. And it has multi-language options, so if you want to train your foreign employees, for example, it's a great tool to start with. Yeah, that was all for me. And you're very welcome to discuss further how can we help your businesses using virtual reality solutions. And yeah, thank you.
Any questions from the audience? I hope you're also like, I don't know if it's just me, but like this bigger picture coming together with all these presentations. Now we find the tools and like one good thing that you mentioned is actually for your customers is also saving the costs when planning one beforehand and before like laying even the first brick on the construction. So
that's one of the main goals of our tool, like planning everything so perfectly, seeing it as exactly in real life so that the reality does not surprise you in the end. You're ready for what's coming.
Exactly, yes. And with your tool also like the easiness of following how the factory works and all that. So like really amazing. Thank you for your presentation.
Thank you.